Each summer, Octavian Munroe considered not going back to teach art at Winslow Academy for new beginnings in Barringford, Maine. But every fall, like the yellowing of the trees, he returned. And as the slow days of summer abruptly made way for the hectic school year, he was always reminded of the ending of his own childhood summers. Not getting ready for new backpacks and freshly sharpened pencils, but of climbing into a seat of the ancient Screaming Eagle roller coaster at Six Flags. The sprawling amusement park was a simple half-hour drive from where his family lived in St. Louis, but it was still a place they only went to right before the school year began. Now, as he blasted Royce to 5-9 and wiped the dust from the black-topped tables in his classroom, he remembered the feeling of the safety bar being lowered across his lap, and the cars that moved slowly down the rickety track, leaving nothing for him to do but hold on and hope that the bolts were sound, to scream at the top of his lungs until the ride ended. So that year, when Andrea Applegate, with her long blonde hair, walked into Octavian's art class on the first day, wearing a T-shirt with the handwritten words, #Black Lives Matter on the front, he knew the ride had definitely left the loading station. Octavian never expected that at nearly 40 years old he'd be living in a place like Barringford. He no longer heard heavy bass lines out of passing cars, no longer passed out and missed his stop on late-night subway rides, and he was sure he was the one black friend everyone in Barringford claimed to have, even if their relationship was simply a nod at the Shell station. But nothing had prepared him for the way his eyes filled with tears when full moonlight illuminated the snow-covered field behind his rented cabin, and so he stayed. It wasn't only the wide, silent spaces or the groves of sky-high pines that kept him there. Nor was it the Winslow kids with their broken-hearted complications that bolstered Octavian's still tender sense of peace. He also stayed because nothing about Barringford reminded him of St. Louis, where his past lurked like a stray in dark alleys and ghosts hung out 10 deep on corners. Students at Winslow battled with an endless variation of tricks played on them by their own minds. They suffered from bipolar and borderline personality disorder and were oppressed by wild anxieties. Their minds seethed with voices, and they tried to escape endless suffering via their grandfather's pills, or starvation, or other attempts at death. They were sent away to hospitals and rehabs, and finally, after no one could find a way to help them, they came to Winslow, where it was Octavian's job to teach them how to throw pots, blend hues and shades, to rub charcoal with their thumbs until it became shadow. Originally, Octavian worried that his associate's degree in arts education wouldn't qualify him to work at Winslow, but after his first year, he understood why it didn't matter. He was a body in a room full of kids no one knew what to do with anymore.